Hugh Hefner, a true American icon, created an empire that was unrivaled.
Although some of his bunnies may have gone rogue, it's because of the love and respect that we received from the man behind it all.
The Rogue Bunnies' mission is simple: 100 playmates taking control of their valuable IP, while honoring Hef's iconic Playboy style and bringing that experience to our collectors.
Like only we know how. Because after all, we did learn from the best.
Relive the stories from the most prominent celebrity home in history.
From those of us that lived it,
the employees that worked it,
and the guests who loved it.
And
the mayhem continues.
I can tell you that I'm totally excited for this show. Victoria, you've been talking about Darcy Donavan for so long, and you've been saying that we have to get her on the show.
Yep.
And not only is she an amazing actress and author, but she's blowing up the NFT world, and we finally got her. Welcome to the Mayhem, Darcy Donavan.
Yay!
I know this is audio, but we can see one another in this interview thanks to StreamYard. And we have to know, where are you? You're in this gorgeous white palace?
Yeah, I think in another life, I was like, my mom didn't even know it. Like, I love Vikings, like television shows, like Vikings. I love even my house when you come in, it's like, I wouldn't say medieval. It's more like regal, like, does that make sense? Like,
yeah,
Renaissance. I've always liked that kind of look. It's like a period piece. It's crazy. So it's either white or it's like maroon and, like the regal colors, like black and white. So I don't know. I've always been into that. I mean, you either like it or you don't. It's some people like it, some people don't. It is what it is. I mean, I watch these shows. I'm addicted to those reality shows where they show how they do all this stuff. They take all these, houses that are like drabby and they make them beautiful. And it's always white. And it's always
white.
Yeah. And so I was like, well, we can make my studio/office that color, but everything else has got to be, a little darker. It's terrible. I mean, I'm addicted to reality shows. That's my like guilty pleasure. I can't help it. It's like, I'm addicted to I'm watching Below Deck right now. And my team, they tell me, like, you remind me of the captain. Captain Lee is his name, and he's like on the boat. And, that's kind of how, when I'm with my team, I don't know what it is. They're terrified. Some people are terrified of me. They say I'm intimidating. I'm not intimidating.
Because you're direct and you're no BS.
Yes. But I like to have a lot of fun, and I'm very silly, and I tell my dad's stupid jokes. So, I don't know. I try to break the ice, and, but yeah, there is a pit bull when, I feel justice or somebody's being just a jerk or rude. It can be pretty scary. I've heard that. But I have 3 brothers, man. Okay. My dad's was a football coach, a pro baseball player. So, you know what I mean? I had to, well, when I started blossoming, then it's like my oldest brother's friends started, hey, Joe, you're going to be upset if I ask her. He goes, do not come crying to me. That's what he would tell him. He's like, I don't want to hear it. Like, they knew I could take care of myself, but they would warn their friends. They'd be like, don't come crying to me if she breaks your heart, tells you, and pumps you, I don't want to hear it. That's what he said. So I was just like, thanks, bro. But,
right? Normally it's the other way around. Where brothers would warn their friends about not dating their sister. But that's hilarious because your brothers were warning their friends about you.
Yes. Well, now here's the thing. Now when it got serious, like if it was just like, hey, his friends would say, he's like, don't, But when it got serious, I was out at dinner with my brother. He came to visit me, and my brother sat down. And, he's like, hey, he's with his wife. And he just looked at the guy I was with. He was like, I just want to say this, we love my sister. There's 3 of us. So if there's any problems, you're going to be dealing with us. And my brother was like, like glared at him. And my brother's a big guy. So it's like, he just kind of looked at him. And then he was like, all right, like, what I mean? It's like that understanding, like when you're in the mafia and you're like, we hide the bodies, but we're not saying we hide the bodies, you know? So then he gave him that look, and then he's like, hey, pass the bread. Because we were at like, you know, Tony Roma's eating ribs, and he was just like, all right, so you know now. So now pass the bread, you know. So
Darcy, we all love your energy. We're all going to be in Vegas in September because Victoria said you're going to be there as well, right?
She is.
Oh yeah, I'm going to be there. I'm one of the keynote speakers there.
I think we're speaking on the same panel together.
Well, I'm doing the panel, but then I'm going to be doing one by myself.
Oh, got it.
When I, you know, doing my little song and dance. But I mean, it's going to be on the 14th where I'm going to be speaking, but it's a production. Anything I do, you know, they're like, hey, Darcy, you know, do you want to sing? You know, want to come up and sing? You know, and I'm like, I'll have to do it next year. I'm like, because I do a production. It's not like, listen, I love the NFT artists, and I know they get on. They're like, you know, that's not me. You know, they're singing and, you know, doing their thing. And hey, it's great. But they get on the spaces and they do that. And I'm like, you go for it. That's your thing. But, you know, I'm like Janet Jackson. I'm like, I'm going to do a show. I'm going to do a show, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I can sing right now, but it's like, go get my CD. It's like, why buy the milk if you get the cow for free? That's what my grandmother always said. You know what I mean?
The convention's called Breathe, and it's an NFT Web3 crypto conference, basically. It's encompassing all of that. And I'm excited to meet Darcy in person because I met her through Twitter Spaces. I go into a lot of her Twitter Spaces that she holds, as she's invited me in, and we've become friendly. And she's just like another woman that I can relate to that's in charge. She's holding court.
Everybody loves Victoria.
She's telling people the way it is. She's got a lot of followers, and she, you know, people really look to her for guidance in the space, and especially a lot of women and stuff. But she's got a lot of followers. Your team is doing great stuff. I'm always been impressed with Star Dogs and everything that you guys are doing as I've learned about it. And I wanted to ask you, you know, for our listeners, maybe you could talk a little bit about how you started that and why you started it, because the story is really good.
Okay, well, you guys all know Randy Jackson, how he goes, dog, you're my dog. My mom always says, what's up, dog? Do you know she got in trouble at her job for saying, what's up, dog, a long time ago? They said it was racist for her to say, what up, dog? And she's like, Randy Jackson says that. That's where I got it from, television.
People are way too sensitive.
Yeah, I know. I was like, that is the stupidest, ludicrous thing I've ever heard. But anyway, she's retired now, so it doesn't matter. But Star Dog, I will have to say that I'm a huge animal lover. Like, and I mean, all animals. Like I've rescued all kinds of animals. It's even reptiles. So, you know, I have 6 dogs that I've rescued. And my mom and I, you know, we've adopted animals, watched over animals, do charities and all that stuff. But the project was originally inspired. This was a long time ago. I had a vision. I was like, Star Dogs, but not Star Dogs, Star DAWGS.com. So I rescued Max, my dog. I've got a dog at the shelter. His name is Max, and he's been kind of like my guiding star. So, you know, the origin of the story, if you go to stardogs.com, STARDAWGS.com, you can read the story about how, you know, see pictures of Max, and he was kind of like, he's the star, the guiding star in my life. So he's a star dog. And that's where the project is, you know, really like cutting through the red tape in Hollywood. And, you know, it takes people years, sometimes decades, sometimes never. They don't even, you know, make it in the industry at all. I have friends, you know, I have manager, you know, that manages, you know, A-list clients and things. And they're telling me that, you know, there's people that come in and they have the red carpet laid out for them. In 6 months, they're like, I can't deal with the rejection. I can't do it. And they're out. So, you know, it takes a very alpha personality. You have to have a very thick skin to be in this business. And, you know, and the thing is too, it's also the people that you have behind you. So the whole Harvey Weinstein that came out, I talk about it a lot because I say, you know, you're talking about a man that did a lot of horrible things, you know, assaulted, raped, blackmailed women and men. But he silenced some of the most powerful women in the business. And so, I kind of want Star Dogs, I was like, we've got to make this the golden ticket to Hollywood. We've got to make it to where it's an even playing ground, and having a woman who is the head of this, that's, it's like a studio head. This Star Dogs is more or less like another Paramount studio, another, Sony, but it's for the people. So, the project is tied to film production, movies, television shows that, I have in pre-production throughout my career in the entertainment industry. I've built this huge database of film, television executives, producers, directors, actors, crew, so, since I have recognition and connections in the film and industry, I just kind of started bringing everybody on board with their skill sets and talents. And I was like, I want to bring my Web3 community. I mean, people kept telling me, because I was in Web3, they were like, you need to do your own NFT project. You're because I kept telling people it's a business. This is not don't just put some meme NFT thing up. Get a business. And that's what we're doing. I mean, I've got a 30-year plan here. I've already got 30 movies ready to go. So each year tied to the NFT is going to be, a movie that's tied to the NFTs. And then, I mean, the utilities that we have are insane. Nobody else out there is doing what we're doing. What we have with the dogs, we have like 7 different breeds of dogs. We have the utilities that are attached to them, but we have males and females. A lot of times it's only males. I mean, come on, we need the females.
Are you talking about bitches and curs?
The our artists, I mean, we have been working on this art forever. I mean, I just don't do stuff half-ass. I have very high standards. I mean, I am so like, I don't care what anybody says in the world to me. If somebody's like, doesn't like me or whatever, that's fine. But I'm my worst critic. I don't care. I'm the worst. So it's like, I want to make sure that, these look great, but this is some of the most complex NFTs that are out there, because these are full body. They're hyper realistic. We have them metaverse ready. They're fully rigged NFTs. If you saw the complexity of it, and we're going to be showing our holders that, we're going to be showing behind the scenes. They're going to see it. They all have 6 different jobs that are all entertainment related. So we have our superstar. Well, we have our security, our crew, our producers, directors, actors, and our superstars. So we've got 10,277 NFTs.
Wow.
And, yeah.
So are you minting all the time, or do you have drops with the mint?
We haven't even we've not even minted yet.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
No, we've done private sale, and our white lists are huge now. So before we even go public, we may already be sold out.
That's awesome.
But so that's why I'm trying to tell everybody, I'm like, listen, send over, go to stardogs.com, give your email, make sure that, you're on the white list, because we've not gone through all the white lists. We've not done, we're waiting till we, the day of, and we're going to send out to everybody. But, if you hold these Star Dogs, it's insane. You'll get a residuals off part of the proceeds of the movie. And on top of that, you could get if you hold like our superstar, you could get a role in the movie. You get a special jeweled microphone. You get a speaking role. And I mean, Victoria, about, we're talking residuals.
Yeah.
This is the trend. We've talked about the idea of, the phygital universe, where there's a digital asset and a physical component that goes with that. And you're kind of exploring that, it sounds like.
Yeah, that's what NFTs are.
Mm-hmm.
They're non-fungible tokens, but they're basically, you get the utilities. Meme coins or meme NFTs, they really don't have that. And so, good for that. But, I don't mind that. But, we also have it set up to where you hold a Star Dog, you get discounts on travel for holding a superstar. We've got it set up to where there's a huge celebrity photographer, that's done Lady Gaga. He's done Beyonce. I mean, the list goes on and on with the famous celebrities. So we have it to where if you get one of our, rare Star Dogs, and they're randomized, by the way. If you get a director, you basically will get an hour and a half with him, with David Christopher Lee. And, that's the thing, is he's incredible. So that's one of our utilities that you get. Another one. Then we have Crypto Lex watch. If you have a Crypto Lex watch, you can get a Lux Pass, which will get you a crypto NFT watch.
Wow.
Yeah. And Avatar and Penthouse and the metaverse. I mean, let's see, we've got one that if you hold a champagne flute glass, you can attend Star Dogs like our In Real Lives event for life. We had a red carpet in March, and I mean, we had some of the biggest names in Web3 there.
In Los Angeles?
Yes. And it was like, and I'll tell you, we didn't get to invite everybody because I would have loved for all of you to be there. It was like, we sat down with the team and they're like, listen, they're having the Expoverse here. It's going to be I had 6 weeks put together. It was crazy.
Now, Darcy, you talk about the whitelist, and I'm used to being on the blacklist. But Brian and Victoria, they should have been there.
Now, what kind of blacklist are you on?
Yeah.
Every kind of blacklist.
Every kind of blacklist? Oh, Lord.
We're Mayhem. What'd you expect?
Yeah, there's that.
Hey, some people think I'm like a chihuahua on crack. I'm like, so I get it. I should be on a blacklist too, I guess.
That could be a prequel to Cocaine Bear, Crack Chihuahua.
There you go. I like it.
I'm just picturing the little Taco Bell Chihuahua all hyped up on crack.
Yeah, smoking a pipe on the sidewalk, eating his tacos.
Wow.
It's great. It's just a great visual, isn't it?
It is.
We want to ask you more about Star Dogs, but we got to take a quick break. You are listening to Rogue Bunnies Mayhem.
This is Jennifer Pershing, Miss March 2009 and Series 1 Rogue Bunny. Did you hear the good news? Series 2 trading card packs sold out. So we asked our community VIPs, should we re-release Series 1 packs to keep the momentum going? Of course they said yes. So if you're new to our project or still looking for a VIP card, which gives you instant access to our in-real-life events, head over to roguebunnies.com and start collecting. Maybe we'll be seeing you in Vegas soon.
Welcome to the metaverse.
I'm Irina Voronina, Miss January 2001, and you're listening to Rogue Bunnies Mayhem.
Tell us about your, first tell us how people can get involved with Star Dogs, where we can find you, how to get an NFT, all of that, or how to get on the whitelist.
Well, now our Star Dogs go to our website. Now, the great thing is if there's people that are like, I want to get involved, but I have no idea how to do it. We are the only company out there that we have a number where you could call Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 p.m. PST. You can speak to someone and they will walk you through the process.
Wow.
What's that number?
It's 818-654-4553. So if you call 818-654-4553.
That's incredible. You have a phone number. I wouldn't even have thought of that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because here's the deal. Do you guys not hate it when, Victoria, do you hate it when you call somebody to get a dress or you're like, hey, I want to get this outfit and then something's wrong with it or it comes in, it's not the right size. Let's say, gentlemen, you order a part and, for a car or something or whatever. And then you're like, who the hell? It's email hell. Or you talk to somebody from India and they're like talking and then next thing you know, they're off. And they're like, we'll get back to you. And you're talking to 30 people. Yeah. So I was like, I don't want that. I want people to know that we're legit. And I want people to be able to get a hold of us. It's 818-654-4553. The extension is 140. So if you call that number, if one of our representatives is on hold, you just leave your message and they always get back. We have our email on there. So if you go to stardogs.com, everything's on there. But if we do have, private holders where right now we have our private sale. So you have to buy, at least 5 Star Dogs and, you're set.
And that's Star Dogs with a W.
Yes.
Stardogs.com,
Yep.
DAWGS, stardogs.com.
Yes.
Tell us more about your charity work.
Oh, yes. Now, the charity aspect is really big. We're giving 5% of the proceeds.
Wow. Nice.
That's quite a bit. We want to make sure that, we give back. And our big thing is, these charities that I'm working with, they are in so need and they are so amazing. I don't know if did you guys ever watch Little House on the Prairie?
Of course.
Okay. So Allison O'Nengrum played Nellie.
Yeah.
She was kind of the mean girl, but
love her.
Okay. So I work with protect.org. They are basically, Allison is the president. She's her and another lady, but she's mainly the person. So she's amazing. She's overcome a lot in her life. Her and I both kind of had dealt with things in our past similar. And we got to talk about it on, when we were raising money for the charity with my book aspect. But it is a fantastic charity. It saves the lives of children across, the nation. It helps children that are in abusive homes, online predators. It's advocating to change the laws, even for foster care. So protect.org is in Knoxville, Tennessee. And it's not only helping children across the world, that are being, there's people that are kids getting taken, sex trafficking, all that stuff.
Yeah.
The other great aspect of this is that the organization also takes veterans that are basically, maybe hurt or maybe they're retired, that were in the Army, the Navy. And what they do is they have them go get these children out of these situations. And so it's a win-win for that. It's also, helping our veterans. I am just a very spiritual person. I believe in God. I believe there's a time of reckoning now. I feel like it started off with Bill Cosby, Harvey Weinstein, and I feel like now the reckoning is coming to where it's like all these bad people, the light is starting to get shown. I always say I want to be the bleach in the dark water of Hollywood so that I can make a difference before I die, because I'll tell you, I'm an alpha woman. I think I've scared some of the men. Like, I've been on set and there has been some things that have happened that are absolutely ludicrous. And I think any other woman that does not have my kind of warrior spirit might have not been able to take it. And I've shoved it right back up these people's butts. And I'm like, you gotta talk to me like that. But
Well, Darcy, we're definitely going to have you on once again when we all meet in Vegas.
we'll go live. We'll also have to have you guys on, my Facebook and my Instagram. We'll have to have a good,
Okay.
Oh, right on.
That would be awesome. So again, everyone can go to Star Dogs. That's star with DAWGS.com. Stardogs.com. Darcy, how does everyone follow you?
What's your Twitter?
Pretty much, I just tell people, just Google me. You'll find me. People, that's what I say. But I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. I'm on YouTube. I'm everywhere. Facebook.
Folks, when you're typing in Darcy's name, there's two different ways to spell Donavan. Darcy's is Darcy Donavan 102 A's.
It's Donavan. So see, the internet got smart, because now, they're like, did you mean Donavan? Because it's not Dono, but I get that a lot. So,
well, I use Ask Jeeves as my search engine. So,
Ask Jeeves.
Darcy, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you. Well, you all are terrific. I love you guys. Are so adorable and such a ball full of energy and spectacular. And Victoria comes in and she's always a ray of sunshine. Everybody just loves her. She's just.
Oh, look at that.
For those of us who have to, dress up like a drag queen, it's like, come on now.
I'm looking forward to Vegas. Everyone, please find Darcy on socials. Her last name is spelled Donavan, as in Donavan.
Got it.
Darcy, you rock.
Thank you.
I'm Brian Olea.
I'm Victoria Fuller.
Scott Ramsey.
And the Mayhem continues.